Hey guys, it's the Dungeon Master. Welcome to the channel. So, as I said in my first video, I'm going to make a video now about the function of the dice in the game of Dungeons & Dragons, or pretty much any tabletop role-playing game. So, I'm going to start out with the d20, the die with 20 sides. And the main function of this dice is, excuse me, pretty much anything in the game. You're going to try to persuade somebody to do something. Roll persuasion. If you're going to try to intimidate somebody, roll intimidation. If you're going to roll to break down a door, roll a strength check. If you're going to roll to, if you're going to try to pickpocket somebody, roll dexterity. This is basically your go-to die for everything in the game, be it an attack or a sleight of hand trick, etc., etc., etc. Moving on to the die we are all well and comfortable with, the D6. Actually, I'm going to do D6, D8, and D4 all at once. Because these all are mainly used... I'm going to put them closer to the camera. These all are used as hit dice, or dice you use when you conduct an attack against something. So, you say, I'm going to stab him with my short sword, or I'm going to punch him in the face, or I'm going to shoot him with an arrow. Well, first you roll this to see how successful you are. If your attack hits, then you roll, depending on your weapon, one of these. And the higher you roll here, the more successful your attack is. The higher you roll with these, the more damage that attack does. Now on to the dice I understand the least about. D10, labeled 0 to 90. D10, labeled 0 to 9. And the D12, which is, of course, 1 to 12. Starting out with the D12, as I understand it, when a barbarian player rolls a natural 20 wielding a great axe or a similar weapon, you can use this instead of a 2d6 for damage. Now, why is this superior? Well, some would argue that it isn't. But later on, as your character levels up, you can add dice to it, so you can roll 1d12, 2d12, 3d12, instead of 2d6, 4d6, 6d6. Again, some would argue that this is inferior to the multiple d6, but some may not. Alright, d10s. So, this d10, the one with the singular numbers, as far as I understand it, can be used much in the same way as the d8, d6, or d4, as a hit die for some weapons. However, when rolled together, they simulate a D100, or a die with 20, or a die with 100 sides, excuse me. And I hope I don't have to explain to you why a die with 100 sides would be incredibly unwieldy and unpredictable. It's pretty much a golf ball. So these are used mainly to calculate percentages, but it also can be used for wild, I believe I read somewhere it was like wild sorcerers you come across, like hermits in the woods or something, for if the dungeon master needs to calculate a spell or something that they'll cast on your players. So these are the 7 dice types that you will use in the game of Dungeons & Dragons. D4, D8, D12, D6, 2 D10s, and way back here in the back, the D20. So, I hope to be meeting with my group again here in about a week. So, I will be uploading some shots from that. I'll be uploading some, hopefully some natural 20s and some natural ones, both hilarious in their own right. And also, hopefully, some really high rolls with these things, because that's always fun. So, until next time, keep it rolling high, guys. Alright guys, to wrap up real quick, I'm just going to show you my miniature dice set. These you probably can't tell. This is the tip of a pencil for reference. These you probably can't tell are metal dice. They are, I'm not quite certain of their actual dimensions, but just for reference, let me grab one with my hands real quick. Yeah, that's how small they are. They roll just like the bigger dice. However, I mainly attribute that to their size. If you bought a bigger set of metal dice, they would probably land on your table with a more like a thunk, and would only roll a couple different numbers until they landed on one. So yeah, these are metal dice. D20, D6, D12, D8, D10, D10, D4. Alright guys, that's all I got. So, until next time, keep it rolling high. Thanks for tuning in.